Wow, thank you, Ratnaji. It's been fascinating, and it was inspiring to hear your stories with Iran. And it reminded me, the company that I work for, they also had a similar story. It just happened 400 years ago. The founders of Tata also left Iran because they were, and like your advice, stick to your name. They chose to stick to their culture. They were not ready to assimilate. They were not ready to change their religion. They chose to leave their motherland. And this story is very, very fascinating because many people do not know that 400 years ago, there were no immigration or border police. And the custom was, when you arrive at a foreign land, you will seek permission from the ruler of the land. And as a symbolic gesture, they asked for that permission when they landed in Gujarat. The ruler of the day sent back in response a bowl of milk, stating that we are full. And that community added a spoonful of sugar into the milk and sent it back, and making that commitment. And the reason I'm citing this story, because I was invited to speak in PEI a couple of years ago, to speak on multiculturalism. And being in Canada for almost 4 decades, it was my guilt that I had never been to PEI. So it was a fascinating experience for me to go there, so I arrived 2 days earlier, and wanting to understand what are the issues that community is facing. And I'm just taking your time just to let you know that there is a community that has arrived in PEI for more than 100 years. And to this day, after being in PEI for more than 100 years, there is a term that is associated with that community. It's the people from away. So even after 100 years, they have not been treated as though it is a land of their own. And perhaps the question continues to be why. So in my 2 days in PEI, and PEI, as you know, it's not a huge province, it's one city, I was able to tour, and I was speaking in the same hall where the Charlottetown Accord was signed. I was in front of 200 intellectuals who have been very well-established professors and scientists, and they were there for a long time. And purposely, I had to repeat twice before I can cite the story of Tatas. Tell me the number of shelters that you have in this small community. And I repeated twice, not a single hand could tell me where they were. And if after 100 years they have not done what they needed to do to adopt that community as their own, perhaps they deserve to be called people from away. So the message continues to be that I am glad that India does not call Tatas as people from away. Because the work that Tatas do for the community that they adopted, and that was a commitment they made when they put sugar in that milk, that we will adopt this land as our own. They adopted the culture without letting go of their own. They adopted the language, they adopted the dress, and yet they continue to make a difference in people's lives. Each and every one of us needs to see ourselves as a job creator rather than just a job seeker. And that has been the mandate, and among ourselves, we have taken it upon ourselves that we will try to create as many as job creators than job seekers. And if we can help encourage new Canadians to become and adopt entrepreneurship as a possible occupation for themselves, we'll be all better served. We heard about the DNA, we heard about the crossover, hybridization, human capital, all of them are, we can relate to it. Very good advice on the politeness. How do we leave our inquisitiveness from our cultures and how do we adapt to the new land? So it's very good advice. Business plan, research, all good advice. And I think when Lalit Guglani speaks about the events and the sessions that we conducted, you will see how we have been able to incorporate all of the advice that you are. And the 3 F letter words we heard, the focus, failure, and falling. It's very important. So thank you very much for wonderful, exciting thoughts. We are so fortunate to have you with the wisdom. So now just a bit about the vision of TiE, this program, an initiative for the youth, and the future direction. So the institute was launched, as I said, on the 6th of September 2011, following the approval of Ontario government as part of the youth entrepreneurship program. Our mandate was to provide a high-quality entrepreneurial education to youth between the age of 19 and 29, recent immigrants, as well as general Ontario public, with a belief that entrepreneurship and innovation is the key driver for economic well-being. Our program is based on belief that entrepreneurs are not born, but become so out of their learning from their experiences of life. The program is set out to provide this experiential context. The sessions were designed around the different stages of entrepreneurial life cycle, starting from understanding entrepreneurial mindset, idea generation, and culminating with the pitching and business plan presentation by the participants over the span of 8 months. In the program, we conducted 30 sessions on various life cycle of an entrepreneur almost every week by 73 outstanding guest faculty and experts. This provided the participants with interactive experience, motivation, and lifelong learning for their attitude, skills, and expertise, resulting in actionable takeaways. Participants took podium to make presentations and pitching practice with feedback, critique, and encouragement from panel of experts. Faculty, the guest faculty comprised of eminent entrepreneurs, business leaders, educationists, venture capitalists, fund managers, lawyers, accountants, consultants, bankers, and motivation speakers. The Institute is extremely thankful and grateful for the commitment, sincerity, diligence, perseverance, experience, and benevolence of the guest speakers that made the session what they were. Important part of this partnership is that while we are recognizing our participants for their aspirations, all our participants were tasked to rate their faculty at each session. And I'm pleased to advise that 23 of our guest faculty scored above 9 out of 10. So please join me in thanking our entire faculty for their continued support. Let us do a round of applause for our entire faculty, and may I ask our entire faculty to please rise and be recognized. Your headmaster is at the front, so please pay attention. Now about the participants. We have total of 344 registrants, with 282 of them for in-class participation. 45% of our participants are postgraduate, 30% with professional qualifications, and 5% have doctorates. 42% of the participants are under the age of 29 years. 63% of the participants have no previous entrepreneurial experience. More detailed data points would be included in the report by our program director. The participants have actively participated in making presentations, asking questions, as well as participated in 2012 TiE Quest Business Venture Competition. Part of our mission at TiE Institute was life skills to help aspiring entrepreneurs start or improve their own businesses. The impact of the effort, it was heartening that 19 participants of the TiE Institute submitted projects to the TiE Quest 2012 Business Venture Competition. Each project was matched with a mentor to help them polish their business ideas and presentation skills for the competition. In addition to mentoring, specific TiE Institute sessions were held where participants either presented their ventures to a panel of experts or pitched their elevator pitch to the panel for feedback on how to better improve their presentations. These sessions were strategically held prior to each TiE Quest judging stage to help participants make the most of their time at TiE Quest. 7 projects survived the first elimination and made it to elevator stage. And after 3 stages in competition, 2 projects made it to business plan presentation stage. And finally, best business plan from TiE Institute adjudged the awarded. Our hope and effort would be to increase these numbers in our upcoming sessions. We could not have done all of this without our partners and facilitators. And we wish to acknowledge and thank our sponsors. Their support has been invaluable in getting this program off the ground and to a very successful start. First and foremost, Government of Ontario for trusting in us. Law firm of Fesken and Martino, where we launched the session and they continue to support, and we are culminating the session today. Gowling Henderson Lafleur. Health Technology Exchange, John Selinka is here. Bennett Jones, Soberman, KPMG, PricewaterhouseCoopers. And we wish to also thank our host for allowing us to conduct these sessions in their boardrooms, which is Fesken Martino, Bennett Jones, Gowlings, RBC Royal Bank, KPMG, and PricewaterhouseCoopers. Many of our sessions were videotaped, and all these presentations are available on the link on our website. A bit about the future direction. The TiE Institute Entrepreneurs Educating Entrepreneurs, we are pleased to have received renewal support to continue the current programming with more engagement of our participants and aspiring entrepreneurs, and focus on qualified recruitment, assessment of skills, and aspirations of our intake, and measure us on the success of our participants. Our purpose would continue to build an institution to be in the business of creating capacity for the young and new Canadians. Another initiative that we have embarked on, which is the TiE Youth Clubs, with a view to involve and engage youth from the post-secondary level. TiE Institute is fostering the notion of creating TiE Youth Clubs at various colleges and universities. We have initiated conversations with prospective youth, academic authorities, and faculty advisors in the GTA and outer areas. TiE Youth University of Toronto is recognized and have received blessings by the authorities and will be launched across University of Toronto campuses at an opportune time in the fall session this year. And work is in progress for establishing TiE Youth Clubs at other university and colleges. Another last initiative that we have also embarked on is TiE Institute Quarterly Review. We will be launching the TiE Institute Quarterly very soon. TiQR will be an eclectic interdisciplinary journal of entrepreneurship, business and culture that will seek to combine the best of fiction and creative non-fiction with critical essays on entrepreneurship, business, social, and culture matters. The Journal of the TiE Institute, TiQR, will draw on lively minds here and elsewhere, seeking to present accessible work of all varieties for sophisticated readers from within and outside the TiE community. In addition to choose creative work, we will publish special issues dedicated to timely themes and focus as well on publishes exciting younger writers. We will try to include at least one contribution by a previously unpublished writer in every issue. So that is my report, and I like to invite my very able program director, and without his support and his work and his thinking, we could not have done what we have achieved. Lalit Guglani himself, a serial entrepreneur, and having led 3 public companies in a very, very challenging environment and turnaround, we could not have found a better person to be in Canada at the right time. So may I invite Mr. Lalit Guglani to come forward and present detailed report. Thank you.
Thank you.